Alright, in this activity, activity 11.5, we're now going to look at the resume. And the resume is a document that you would send along with a cover letter and your application when applying for a job. And the resume just kind of is a brief overview of your qualifications. So you can see in this one for Constance Leah Marsh, it shows our contact information, then her objectives, her education, her experience, and other activities that she's been involved in, especially if they pertain to that job that she is seeking. Don't need to list activities that don't pertain to your job. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to create this based off of a resume template, and it is the equity resume template. So I'm going to open Word, and I'm going to do a search for resume. I'll just do resume. It should bring up a bunch of them. There we go. And then I'm going to look specifically for the equity resume. Now I could have typed in equity resume and it would have probably brought it a lot faster. Here it is, the equity theme for the resume. So I'm going to select that, create. Alright, here we go. You can see I put in my username and all that information. What you're going to do is just replace all that information with what you see here for Constance Leah Marsh. Now, step 2 says to change the font theme to aspect. I always get a lot of questions on this. I'll have people go to design and go to themes, and they're like, I can't find aspect. Well, it doesn't say to change the theme to aspect. It says to change the font theme. So the fonts are over here. So my font theme, I need to change that to aspect. Actually, let me read the directions carefully here. It says to change it to aspect for older versions or the Corbel for newer versions. So since I'm on a newer version, then I am looking for the Corbel, and there it is. Really the only thing other than you're going to be replacing the information here, the only thing that will be somewhat new to you is adding a subsection. If we look at her resume, under experience, we have two different things. We have January 2007 through May 2008, and then September 2005 through December 2006. So we have two different jobs here that she's listing as experience. But if we look at our resume template, we only have one section. Well, what we need to do is create an experience subsection. So what I'm going to do is come down here below the responsibilities, and I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to insert an experience subsection. And the way I do that is I go to the insert tab, and over here on the text section, or in the text group, I'll see this icon that is explore quick parts. Explore quick parts. I click the drop down, and part of this is going to be cut off in the video, but I think the important stuff is still showing. If I scroll down through here, here's the experience section. I don't want the experience section, but I want the next one down. I want the experience subsection. So I want just the dates. I don't want the title, experience, and all that. So I'm going to select this. And there we go. Now we have two different places for two different jobs. And obviously if you're creating your own resume, the same thing would work. Like if you had education, you're showing your high school education, maybe you attended a couple different colleges, you would do the same thing under education. You go to the quick parts, you would find the education section, and then right here's the education section, here's the education subsection. You can put multiple subsections for different jobs. You could obviously just manually retype and format all this stuff, but the nice part about adding these subsections, they're already formatted. All you have to do is just double click on each section, type in the text, it's formatted for you. It just makes it a little bit easier for you when you're using templates. But basically that's all the new stuff for this. The rest of it's just filling in the information for Constance Leah Marsh.